think Nate is a good coach. I think I'm going to nominate and elect you coach of varsity basketball. But let me hear your thoughts, because you tweeted while everybody was going nuts. I have some thoughts.
Too much testosterone. It's just, there needs something, the team needs something to split that up. The biggest problem that this team has is just they went into a game completely unprepared without a head coach to talk to them about anything.
So you're throwing Nate right under.
No, I mean, him saying he was 13 minutes late. Okay, that's 13 minutes from tip-off. If you're a head coach, show up. You have to be there like an hour at least before a game. Talk to your players. Give them any kind of sense of what's going on.
How serious she takes it.
It's ridiculous. And that's why I kind of thought like Smitty was right on freaking out. He was trying to do this to be good content, and in that case, like, it's got to be organized, and
you got to be there.
You have to be there.
Or when you're late, then the content is that
you're late,
and we're going to follow this natural storylines.
Right.
Yes.
Right. You can't come in and do your Jimmy Valvano pregame speech when you missed pregame at
halftime. I mean, I don't know how well of a coach. He just got so disorganized with too many players and who to sub, and that kind of caused mayhem. At one point, I was behind him. I was like, Nate, call a timeout. We have no time left. Like, put everybody else in the game.
Were you pulling the string behind the
it's time to call a timeout. Like, I was like, when it was like Resnick and Steve and Brett, everybody out, like, they were doing great. Like, because Nate's just tossing him in, pulling him out, tossing him in, pulling him out. Like, have some kind of rotation.
I love that it was like a Francesca like puppet regime. Like, she's behind. She's like Phil Jackson. She's coaching from the offices.
I went up to him at halftime. I was like, all right, honestly, like, we're down. It's not that bad. They really just need to switch to man because the other team is just making all their threes, and they'll be fine. Like, unfortunately, our shots weren't falling, but that's gonna happen.
Those are hoops, man.
Well, that was the other wild thing. Like, we started off the game like in man-to-man, and then like Francis and the subs came in, and all of a sudden I look and we're playing zone. I was like, all they're doing is shooting. All the other team is doing is just shooting threes. The worst defense to play is to do threes.
Yeah. It was wild, man.
It was like Francis being upset he wasn't starting was also insane, because this has now gone on 3 weeks. So the team has played kind of together for 3 weeks, and this was his first time being there. We've never seen him play. How are we going to know if he's any good?
Right.
So obviously he's not going to go out with the starters.
I guess apparently Francis has not ever really been a sixth man type.
He also airballed every shot he took in layup lines, which is not like
earn your way into the starting lineup. Yeah.
The thing about Nate was it was almost like he doesn't watch basketball at all. Like, he doesn't know basketball.
That's entirely possible.
But, like, doesn't he?
He watches hoops. It's different to watch and to know.
But he doesn't know, like...
Never
played. Do you think Nate has played ball? I don't want to be like one of these guys who's like, you gotta play to know it, but I don't think...
I think you kind of do need to play to know basketball, though.
I would agree. He dribbled...
coach.
I bet he dribbled like Bob Cousy. Like, way out in front of him, the hand on top of the ball.
Yeah, I think that if you're gonna, like, try to coach legitimately at all, talk about what defense to play and who to match up with and when to sub and when to call timeouts and shit, you gotta know.
He could have come in with a game plan that a 6th grade basketball coach would come in with, and we would have been fine.
Right. Like, you just need to know the basics.
Yes.
Right.
Like,
so have you coached before?
No, but I mean, I managed my high school basketball team. Like,
so you know the sport.
I know the sport. I played. Like, it's not.
What do you think? We gonna make a coach?
I'm all in.
Yeah.
I said before the program started that I think it needs to be Coach Fran or Coach Tex.
Coach Tex. Would you?
I would love to bring Tex in. Absolutely. Who's better at motivating people than Tex?
He's a motivator of men and no ego there.
He was like legitimately mad this morning when he came in. He was like, "Friend, what the hell happened last night with the team?
Oh,
he's a team guy.
He is.
He's a team guy.
He tweeted out. He's like, "There's too much ego." Now, I mean, anytime you get a bunch of dudes together to play on a team, there's gonna be too much testosterone. You take the barstool element where everyone's at each other's throats, trying to be one up each other. It's to the max.
And you kind of need some you kind of need a female to also cut the tension between like who's playing and who's not playing.
Yeah, well, here's
because
the
the
thing.
other guys aren't going to get as mad as me as they would at Smitty or Nate for being like, I'm sorry, like business side. We're doing this for content. Maybe you can't play as much as the content guys.
If Nate took me out when I felt like I needed to be in, I'd be like, fuck you, Nate. If Fran took me out, I'd be like, well, I disagree with this, but okay.
Yeah.
In the second half, me and K-Marco were like, because we came out like 5 minutes into the second half, and K-Marco was like, we need to be in the last 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Nate was like, absolutely. And then, like, I died, so I took myself out. Nate, again, kept trying to put me in, even though my eyes were literally red. Like, I couldn't, like, see.
Yeah.
Cardio.
He was like, you gotta get out there. I was like, dude, I want to.
He asked Coley like 5 times, and Coley was just sitting there like, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Gotta know your players too as a coach.
And then he takes out K-Marco with like 4 minutes left, and
that was kind of.
I don't know if we have footage of this that might come out later, but whenever he took out K-Marco, I'm yelling at Nate from the floor. Like I'm literally like, dude, what are you like? And then as I'm yelling at him, a guy goes behind me and just does a layup. Like, go down by 7.
Nate had too many people in his ear because that's K-Marco's like, all right, like we got to get the best people in, but then 2 minutes before, Resnick is kind of like, all right, let's rotate, also, we got to get fresh legs, so it's like he didn't know who to listen to.
Like anything else, also everyone fancies himself
the best.
Yeah.
So like,
well, this is
Resnick
why
and them are like thinking, we need the best 5 on. That's me.
People often say, what did Phil Jackson do? He always had like Kobe and Shaq and Jordan. It's like he was able to manage all those egos, man. Now none of you guys are Kobe and Shaq and Jordan and Pippen.
Well,
but
maybe Francis.
Man, hey, it's his 8th best sport. But you got to be able to tell those people, shut the fuck up. Are you ready to do that, Fran? Are you ready to be like Resnick? Shut your mouth.
I'm a good mediator. I mean, I kind of had to be the one to tell YP he wasn't playing.
Yeah, she did. YP strolls in like late second half wearing a sweatshirt.
Came in at 9:45.
Tries to check in. Fran's like, no,
nah, dude.
I was like, I'm sorry, but like, we already got docked 5 points for not being in the same uniform, and then like Nate tried to say something to him, Smitty tried to say something to him, and he was like, whatever, like F you guys, like I'm playing, and I was like, YP, like, if you go in with that sweatshirt, I kind of made this up. I was like, we're going to lose even more points. And he was like, wait, really? I was like, yeah. And he goes, and he goes, oh my God, I just wouldn't have even came then. And he just grabbed his hockey bag and walked right out of the gym.
Hey, that's coaching. That's Coach Fran laying it down.
I was like, you're not going to the game.
Are you ready? Now, it's one thing to sit here and do it after the fact on Barstool Radio. Are you ready to do it next? When's your next game?
Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
7:15.
Are you gonna show up in like a pantsuit ready to rock?
Go. Yeah, I am.
Pat Summit.
I'm ready to go. Yep.
You got like a clipboard, whiteboard ready to draw up plays and shit?
I actually do have a whiteboard.
I was talking to Dave, and I was talking to Smitty, and I said, so is Coach Fran our coach now, or is it text or like? Because Nate literally resigned. Like you can only resign so many times before you resonated or what?
Right.
So. I was like, yo, is she our coach? Like, is she coaching now? And he's like, I don't know. Dave might want to be the coach. So I think we got to see if Dave wants to be the coach first.
Dave.
I mean, he's like the owner of the team.
Yeah, but fuck Dave, right?
But doesn't he? Do you think he would want to play or be a coach?
Dave does not want to play. Dave knows he stinks in
basketball is like his Achilles heel. He will never play it, but he will probably want to make it all about him and keep the cameras on him and all that shit.
Now,
Fred might be worse than Nate.
Big Cat said he's going to start like showing up to random games. Like,
I know he's supposed to come next week.
Would you lay it down right in Big Cat's face? No, you're not going in.
I have no problem with that. I mean, what are they going to do to me?
Well,
yell at me? Okay, that's fine.
That's another good reason why it should be Fran and not Tex.
Oh yeah,
because
there's no control. Yeah,
Tex is going to be getting tea in middle of the play.
Yeah, you're probably one of the few people that Dan would probably just be like, all right, fine.
Yeah, I mean, like the video guys, like John Kelly was laughing at me this morning because he was like, yeah, I turned around and you were like screaming at the ref because the ref was just missed a blatant like travel, and I was like, that's a walk, ref,
get him.
And I was just like, Jesus Christ. And John like laughing behind the camera. I was like, all right, maybe I'm taking this a little too seriously, but this is just too ridiculous.
These guys are taking it serious. They need a coach to take it serious.
Now,
I think you're all crazy.
Your very first day here, our GM, Smitty, called you beautiful on this very program. Can you
create an awkward dynamic?
Something as creepy as that.
Absolutely. I've handled creepier than that, so I think I can handle that on the basketball.
Yeah, you got to be able to manage the testosterone and the creep factor.
Yeah. Yes. There just needs too much men yelling at men.
Yeah,
it's just not good.
You got to get a girl yelling at men.
Yeah, exactly.
I for one want to see you lay it down. I want to see you crack the whip.
I'm all in.
Especially with that guy Caleb. He's a problem.
Yeah, I'm not a problem.
This guy didn't even start college football. I don't know if you heard this.
Yeah.
I'm not backup.
Listen, I'm not a problem.
No, you're not a problem. There are bigger problems.
I'm a team player. I just suck. I wish I was
nothing
good.
but a mascot, dude.
Huh?
You're just a mascot for this team too.
Bad, man. I mean,
Caleb, you for someone who supervised morale, you need to supervise your own morale. You're not nearly as bad as you're saying you are.
I'm just saying,
No,
like,
not even
if you can
close.
get,
we could be better.
we could be better.
Yeah.
Dude, it's you should pride, Caleb. It's not about you. As I take a picture with your jersey hanging behind you. It's not about you. All right, so I think I'm ready to officially call it, and I say fuck Dave too. I think it's officially Coach Fran.
I'm down with that, Coach Fran.
Make it happen. Nate, you're out. GM Smitty, put your beautiful coach in, and Dave, you could just stay wherever you
I
want.
would
Just
like
don't get
Dave
involved.
to show up because I do think we could play better to spite him.
You know what it would be like in Major League when like they win to piss off the owner.
Yeah.
It would kind of be like that because Dave would show up and be like, "You guys stink. Fuck
One
you."
game.
Yeah.
If he shows up to like an 8:30 game in like Harlem, I'd be very
Yeah,
surprised.
I mean there is a 0%
Well, we have
chance
one
of that.
game that's like 2 blocks away.
Yes.
So
That
he'll
one-
show
yeah,
up
that's
for that
the
one.
game.
That'll be a guest appearance, so a guest coach, and the rest, I don't think you guys have to worry about it. So that's it. We've officially made the switch. Coach Fran over at Barstool Basketball. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Congrats on the promotion. When we come back, we'll get back into Aaron Hernandez, run through some topics, and take some calls.